The Maine Society of Eye Physicians and Surgeons met in Augusta today to speak against a proposal that could damage the vision of Mainers. They pushed back against a bill that is seeking to expand the scope for optometrists, allowing them to practice medicine and perform surgery. Opponents argue optometrists don't have the medical degree or surgical training needed to safely perform some procedures. They also say it wouldn't address the areas of greatest need in Maine and could be dangerous. A similar bill was just vetoed by New Hampshire Governor Kelly Ayotte last week.
The people that are doing your surgery are qualified to do so and have lots of experience with that. The people of Maine deserve competent and quality surgical care, just like the people in New Hampshire. We should not be lowering surgical standards, putting the vision of our families, our friends, our neighbors at risk by allowing non-physicians to perform invasive surgery.
In a statement from the Maine Optometric Association, they say it's a critical step in expanding access to eye care for all Mainers, adding in part optometrists are the primary providers of eye care in Maine, practicing in 15 of our 16 counties. In many areas, we are the only accessible option. 3 Maine counties have no ophthalmologists at all. The bill has advanced out of committee and now awaits a vote in the Senate.